How are we doing, everybody? It's your Mosasaur Prince of Steel Tethysaurus Yorkshire here, and we're back at it again with the common names of Mosasaurs. Yay! It was a bit prolonged, wasn't it? It was just not necessary. But anyways, we're going to get into one of the sort of smaller groups in Mosasaurs, and one that's quite looked over in terms of like popularity and sometimes the paleontology of these animals. And these are the Halisaurines. These guys are sort of the smaller group of the paddled or hydrupedal hydropelvic mosasaurs. Now, they only contain a few genera, but quite a few species. So let's crack into it. Hey! So first up, we've got the genus of Eonatator, and specifically we're going to go to the species Eonatator sternbergii. This was named after Charles Sternberg, who was a prolific and very successful paleontologist during particularly the early 20th century. Late 20th century? Early 20th century. This guy is from the Santonian of the Niobrara chalk in Kansas, and it's about 2.6 meters in length. Now, you can see where I'm going with this here, but I'm going to call this animal the Sternberg's Halisaur because it's named after Charles Sternberg. I mean, that guy's cool, and this guy's cool, you know, Eonatator. Yeah, but I'm not cool. I'm certainly not cool. But anyways, let's move on to the next mosasaur. Now we have Eonatator coloensis. This guy's potentially a Halisaurus as well, but this guy comes from Colombia and is from near a place called Callao. I do apologise if I've pronounced that wrong. He's from the Campanian. He's about 2.6 meters long. Not 6 meters long, that's for bigger ones. But this guy was... we don't really know what this guy was, but we know he's a Halisaur. So for this one, pretty simple, I've gone for the Colombian Halisaur because it helps distinguish it from some of the more North American and African Halisaurs that we're going to get into just in a second. So our next Halisaurine is going to be actually going into the genus, or potentially into the genus of Pleurodens. So we're going to go with the Morville chalk Halisaurine, which is potentially a species of Pleurodens because it is nestled within the Pleurodens molophyly when you put it through some phylogenetic analyses. So I'm going to call this guy Pleurodens morvillensis, but further research will probably show that I could be wrong. So for this guy, he's from the early Campanian of the Morville chalk in Alabama, which is potentially up to 6 meters in length, and pretty simple name actually, because Pleurodens has quite a slender snout for Halisaurines. I'm going to call this one the American slender-snouted Halisaur. Pretty self-explanatory, really. It's from America. Slender snout, Halisaur, boom, job done. Now into Pleurodens proper with Pleurodens calabaria. This guy's from the upper Campanian of Nigeria. And because Nigeria is situated more towards the central part of Africa, this 6 meter long Halisaurine is going to get the name Central African Slender-Snouted Halisaur. So it's going to help distinguish it from other Pleurodens species, because we've got another two to go through. So let's get into the next one. Let's walk into it, eh? And when I mean walk, I don't mean walk like by Pantera. I mean Pleurodens walkeri, which is the type species from the Lower Maastrichtian of Niger. So actually quite closely situated to Pleurodens calabaria. But this guy, because he's more North African, I'm calling him the North African slender-snouted Halisaur, just so it distinguishes him from the other Halisaurus, from the other Pleurodens species that we have in this genus. But wait, there's more. So we're going to go to the most mosasaurus place in the world, Morocco, and we're going to go to the Maastrichtian Moroccan phosphates, and we're going to see Pleurodens serpentis, what I'm going to call the giant slender-snouted Halisaur. Why? Because he's 9 meters potentially even bigger with some specimens. This guy is just ridiculously giant. So yeah, I thought giant slender-snouted Halisaur was quite an appropriate name for this guy. I mean, he's monstrous. I mean, he'd eat a Halisaurus if he could. He would eat one if he could. He probably has. But I'm not asking him that because I don't get eat myself. Into another potential Halisaurus, maybe other genus situation, we got Phosphorosaurus porta elegans. This guy's from the Lower Maastrichtian of Japan, and pretty simple this one actually, because this 4 meter Halisaur is from the Pacific Ocean area. I've gone for Pacific Oceanic Halisaur, and this is going to actually help us distinguish it from the other species of Phosphorosaurus, the more robust species of Phosphorosaurus. I'm talking in terms of phylogenetics, because paraphyly, I've got some choice words for paraphyly, but I'll not say them here. So next up on the list we've got Phosphorosaurus autolibi, or lie to you, lie to me, I don't know, it's lied to us all. From the Upper Maastrichtian of Belgium. Now this animal probably about 3 to 4 meters in length again. Because this is a European species of Phosphorosaurus, pretty simple with this one. I've gone for European Oceanic Halisaur, just to distinguish it from obviously other Halisaurs, including its sort of friendly species. I don't know where I was running with that one. I was trying to say that this guy's got a sort of sister tax on the same genus, but yeah, I seem to be losing it more and more with these Mosasaurs, so let's try and get this over and done with very quickly. When I say over and done quickly, we're jumping into Halisaurus itself, the final genus we're going to cover today, and we're going to jump into the first species, which is Halisaurus hebei. Not hebei, no, this is hebei. This guy's from the lower restriction of Egypt, probably around about 4, maybe 3-4 meters in length. Now, for Halisaurus, because it has quite a sharp, sort of slender snout, I've gone for sharp-nosed Halisaurs. So this guy, Halisaurus hebei, is going to be the Egyptian sharp-nosed Halisaur. Sort of like sharp-nosed sharks, but sharks, you know, don't have bones, they're cartilaginous, and Mosasaurs have bones. Well, we found the bones, we know they have bones. I'm going on a tangent. Let's move on to the next species. Halisaurus platyspondylis from the upper restriction of New Jersey in America. This guy is the type species, and he's about 3 to 4 meters in length, similar to Halisaurus hebei. Now, you can see where I'm going to go with this here. We're going to go with American. So this is going to be the American sharp-nosed Halisaur, which helps distinguish it from, obviously, Halisaurus hebei and the other species of Halisaurus that I want to talk about. And this one, yeah, this one's pretty self-explanatory as well. Now, for Halisaurus arenborgii, from the upper restriction of the phosphate, so same place as Pleurodon, so 66 million years ago. This guy was about 5 meters long. So for this guy, I was originally going to go with Arenborg's sharp-nosed Halisaur, but because potentially Halisaurus arenborgii had a much wider distribution across the Atlantic, possibly being found in South America as well, I've gone for Moroccan sharp-nosed Halisaur, which, yeah, it sounds redundant with what I've just said then, but then again, that covers the species just in case it is localized to Morocco. And plus, it's a bigger species, and I just think that sort of giving the Moroccan Halisaurs a bit more distinction from the others because they are a bit bigger, that's really cool. So yeah, you might not agree with this, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. But anyways, guys, that's another common Mosasaur name video done and out of the way. Now, Halisaurs, like I said, there's not very many species and genera in this particular family, but in the next video, well, next couple of videos, we might have to cover several videos on the next group of Mosasaurs we're going to cover, but I'll keep you guessing until then. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you later. Ta-da.